Hi everybody and welcome to another by pen and paper streams. I am Gamer and we are back into Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector. And let's see how many cycles it's been. Almost 250. Oh my god. What am I even doing at this point? What am I going towards? Is it dark side again? It's probably dark side again. Anyway, we are, oh yeah, here, and we need to go on a little run to the old manufactory to capture some villainous villain that wants to take care of our little friend, our little sleeper friend. I wonder if we can recruit them, so you know. Any woozles. Let us prepare for the mission. We have fuel, we have supplies, we have everything. The rig is full on mushrooms, which is what we need. And all of the things here are basically work for stuff. So that's for fuel, that's for supplies, and that is for component hunt. That's... Is this scrap? If it's scrap, I can still collect that. Yeah, okay, it's scrap. I can still collect that. And that is for Edwin, for energy, which we do not have or need or work with or whatever. Let's do this. Scrap components. I mean, might as well. It is useful. And I think we can go. We are all sorted out already or collected. Who's gonna come with us first? Candace believes this is the place with trap flint pursuer. But you only have a few cycles to prepare, so faster you head out the better. Which means we need to go now. Like right the fuck now. Alright. What do we need? Dual interface, engage, intuition. So we need somebody with engagement, at least, maybe, or interface. But Johnny is good with interface, and Mia is good with whatever the fuck that is. I still haven't learned the symbols. So engagement is the arrows, okay? Intuition. Okay. Endure interface. I think I can do this, but I better get people with more stuff than less stuff. Oh no, that's not. God damn it. Clickety clackety clock. Let's go here. Alright. So Eugene has engagement and some other thing. Bring Bliss or Cadet. Cadet has engagement as well, and engineering. But engineering is not gonna be useful for anything here, I think. We need endurance and intuition. Does somebody have endurance and intuition? Let me check. What is endurance and intuition again? Diamond and this cross. I really need to know what they actually can do. So he can do both? I don't have anybody with intuition. I have... Well, no, I have her with intuition. So maybe these two? Because I'll get endurance and all of that. I'll get intuition +1 from her. Better than just intuition. Engineering it's gonna be useful that much. Let's go. This is gonna be the crew. I have engineering and other stuff that is useful. Finally get Dia to work with us a little bit. Corroded plates, twisted struts, scattered scrap. The manufactory makes a familiar sight. Just one more ragged artifact from the corporation that once owned the system. Despite that, something about it sets you on edge. Perhaps because it also will form the crucible for your attempt to take on an S-ARP hunter. The kind whose entire job is to bring in escaped sleepers like you, dead or alive. The rig is stuck behind a rock, running on low power with its transponder off. You hope that's enough not to draw attention. So, talk us through it. Seraphine turns back to Flint, Cadence, and Xander, all of whom are crammed into the cockpit along with your crew. We have to make this place look like a colony. This is what the hunter will expect, Cadence suggests first, her voice quavering a little with anxiety. We can seal up some of the holes, maybe install some lights, fake it up. Okay, Seraphine nods reassuringly. That's good. What then? We force them to go deep. Xander cuts in and everyone looks at him. He pauses a little, intimidated by the attention, but Flint nods at him to continue. I've been out here before, on a salvage run. There is an assembly line that runs through the whole place, filled with old manufacturing machines. We seal doors, activate machines, make it a maze of manufacturing, construction, arms, and dead ends. Alright then, control their route, I like it. Seraphine smiles at Xander. And if we get lucky, maybe one of those old machines will do the job for us. I doubt it, Flint joins in. We'll need the ordnance from the silos, mining charges, fuel, whatever is left from when this place was churning out Solheim goods. They furrow their brow. We blow the place to make sure. A silence passes through the cockpit, the danger of what you are about to attempt dawning on everyone present. Okay, Seraphine has a dark look. That's the plan. We can detonate the ordnance with a command from the rig, a simple wideband comm signal. Well, we'll get them. Seraphine pats Flint on the shoulder. Once they go in, the hunter isn't coming back out. He turns to you. Anything we missed? What if they don't take the bait? Want to trap the obvious? Are we really going to blow it up? What if they don't take the bait? Then I engage. Flint rubs their hands together nervously. I lead them in directly, right? I hope you have engagement if you're gonna go with the crew, to be with our crew. Right, Seraphine confirms grimly. How long do we think we have? There's a lot of factory down there. The hunter got to me and Carmen fast. Flint looks out of the cockpit. No more than 3 cycles. When the hunter came for us, Flint grimaces, remembering the attack on Carmen's ship. They came out of nowhere, hit us hard and fast. If it wasn't for Carmen, we need to be ready for anything. Flint looks at you. There won't be a warning. Seraphine says, nice pep talk. Flint, you better find somewhere deep in that place, down in the bedrock. But make sure it has a back door, okay? He nods at the sleeper. The rest of us will get to work. Alright, you heard Flint. We do this and we do it right. We make our stand on this rock. Let's not waste a moment more. Well, depending on how good dice for everybody is. Yeah? Okay, wait, let's go one by one. If we have 3 cycles, that's gonna be an issue. Storage silo, expired ordnance. Prime explosives. There are few things more dangerous than rigging up expired mining charges and fuel tanks. Gather ordnance, mining explosives, emergency breach charges. There's a lot of old ordnance down there, if it can be gathered and identified. Okay, the 3-part plan. To be sure you can face the hunter, all 3 parts of the plan must be ready by the time they arrive. Execution. To end the hunter, you will need to set up an old mining ordnance left on the site and bring the whole facility down. Okay, so he can do that, but then he might need more. Assemble little line, what to say? Coordinate machines. Hack machines. One way to drive the hunter deeper into the factory will be to activate the old factory machines, closing off routes and presenting a deadly threat. Sabotage doors. The massive bulkhead doors in the main factory require a direct approach if you want to funnel the hunter into the trap. So almost none of the guys can do this, except maybe him a little bit. Factory exterior. Seal exterior. The shell of the manufactory is full of holes. To make it look like a colony, it needs sealing up fast. The old Solheim manufactory is a ruin, and to convince the hunter you need to add lights and signs, all the signatures of a working colony. Enticement. To be sure the hunter will enter the facility, you need to make it look like a site of an operational colony. Okay, did I read this? Entrapment. To trap a hunter, you'll need to prepare and reactivate machines and seal the doors once they're inside. Okay, Nia can't really do much. She can do risky, which is okay. The risky part is good because she won't get issues from danger. Wait, is there one more? Oh, there's one more. Factory dock. Facility docking platform. Hunter arrival. The hunter is surely homing in on Flint's signal. In a few cycles they will be here and you must be ready to face them. 3-part plan. Okay, so that is actually 3 cycles. That's gonna be an issue with the dice that I have. So I'm just gonna try and do this. Because it's a risky, she won't get stress unless it's a negative, which is good. Which means I can actually use her for something. And she got stress. Great. That was a waste of a whole dice. Everything else is danger, danger. Danger Will Robertson. Danger of Will Robertson. Okay. I can still do this as well. I'll get the +1 and I'll get, you know, something done. No, I won't get something done. I'll get stressed. Yay! Fucking yay! This has started awesome. I need to put Eugene to work on something, so at least he'll get something done. Yeah, no sweat. I'm sweating balls, buckets, everything. Can Eugene do something around here? No, everything is risky, everything is dangerous, everything is like no. Let's spread out, I guess. Oh, I mean, I need to do something, so I must spread out. Alright, that's done a little bit. I need to stress this out. Get a 5. Lower stress. That's good. Got a 1. That sucks ass. I can risk him. And I think I need to risk him. I think I need to, because otherwise we're not gonna have enough dice to do everything. Yeah, I'm gonna need to risk him a bit. Stress is gonna be an issue, but we don't have time. Why am I failing all of these? Oof. Oh, that sucks. That sucks that I don't have any engineering things. I want to do engineering things. Oh boy, their dice suck ass. Their dice suck ass. My dice suck ass. Especially Eugene, I can't risk him that much on a dangerous thing. Like, I can't stick him here, but if he gets 2 more stress, he's fucking out. Okay, he did good, he did good. This is gonna be the same thing, so I might as well try him on it. 2 stress, that's it, he's out. I can't use him anymore. Like, I can't risk him anymore. Thing is, the 6 is a good thing, but the 6 is also nothing useful. Fuck, how am I supposed to do this in 3 cycles? Like, how the fuck? Not with the dice rolls that I have, obviously. I'm gonna need to risk some stress. Definitely gonna need to risk some stress. Oh boy, this is gonna suck ass. Yep, stress, of course. I can lower by 1. Okay, that's good, actually, that's good. I'm gonna do a stress, I'm gonna go to a risky one. Here, and try and do it. I'm gonna try and give Mia as well. This is gonna be a risk. Oh, huge risk for her. Okay, I'm gonna risk myself as well. The problem is I'm gonna finish this, which means Nia is gonna be useless for the rest of the thing. But if I risk it here, I can get either 2 stress and lose a dice, or no stress. Or nothing. How many can I complete it next turn? No, I'm sucking at this. There's a big issue with sucking at this. This is the sucky part. That's bad. That's bad. I might lose the dice in the next turn. And if I lose the dice, I'm fucked. Like if it breaks one square... Okay, I didn't lose dice. Okay. But I'm panicking. Okay, they got good dice. They actually got good dice. Problem is Nia is -2 on a lot of things. So that's gonna be a problem, but I can still try and finish this one. Can Eugene help me on something? Eugene can help that, finish that one. Or help me with this one. Okay, let's... But we need... Oh, fuck. We don't have time. We don't have time. He's gonna come next round. We need to try and finish this round. So I have Nia to finish this. Like, Nia can perfectly finish this. That's not a problem. I need to focus on finishing the other ones, like this one. So... There's a chance I can finish this instantly. And I have to do this. So I need to stress, most definitely. And I need to start doing this. Okay, we've lost some stress, which is fine. I'm still gonna get one more or more, maybe, because I'm gonna need to try and do this. So I need 2 successes on that. I need a success on this. Double success on this. And I can complete this. Oh boy, this is gonna suck. I think I'm gonna get so much stress on this. But I need to risk it. Okay, that's almost done. The problem is I either do Nia's thing here and wait for a perfect thing, otherwise she needs to spend 2, or I put Nia into some of these and try to finish. The problem is I still can't finish it in one turn. I would need to risk Eugene or somebody else. I don't think I can finish all of these. I fucked up too much. Oh no, she can finish this. She can finish this and this. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. Like, she can finish both of these. Okay, she finished one. That's okay. You know, Candance's voice comes over the comms, shimmering with interference. From here, it doesn't look half bad. You look across the shell of the manufactory, now studded with lights and dotted with markings. The fresh welds and plates giving the whole place a fragile patchwork feeling. If I was a piece of shit hunter, this is what I'd think a normal person settlement would look like, right? Would look like, right? I'm so stressed out. I'm so fucking stressed out. If I had more time, one more cycle, I would have been fine. But this is stressing me out. Right. Candace goes quiet for a moment. Her attempt at humor only serving to remind you both of the desperate circumstances. Have you spoken to Flint? Candace pauses. I mean, really spoken. Why? Oh, Candace stumbles over her words. I just thought you two might want to speak about... She trails off. Flint is very loyal. I know they are quiet and, well, intense, but... She sighs. I just hope you two can find some common ground. I don't think Flint likes me. I don't think Flint likes me. Nobody thinks Flint likes them at first. You can hear Candace's confident smile in her voice. We know better now. Olivera is a refuge, Candace takes a breath. for all of us. I was in trouble when I met Carmen. We all were, in one way or another. Seraphin has told me a lot about you, Cannons hesitates, and I can see what you are trying to do for Flint, for Olivera. Let her finish. I appreciate it, and I know Xander does, and Carmen will do as well, and Flint. Cannons pauses. Well, you'll see. The comms click off, returning you to the silence of the manufactory. You look out across the false colony at the glittering lights. They are poor imitation of Olivera's real lights, those that indicate the colony's fragile, delicate state. You shake it off and move on. This isn't over yet. Yes, this absolutely isn't over yet. We have so many things that we need to try and complete. Okay, where was her thing that she can complete? Yeah, she can complete this. She can complete this. Go easy with that. Flint's voice rumbles over local comms as you secure the final piece of ordnance. You turn to see them floating, backlit, in the entrance to the bay, one of many that you have rigged with ordnance deep in the manufactory. Down there, dust and flecks of rust float through the beams of your lights, and the walls are bent and buckled. They spend the past cycles here, picking out the spot to draw the hunter down to, one they should be able to slip out of when the hunter finds their way in. It is a long time to be down in these dark tunnels, waiting. Looks like we are just about done. Their voice is flat, their tone pragmatic. You okay? Flint nods, eager to be done with this. They look over their shoulder, however it plays out. Flint glides into the bay slowly. There's something I need to tell you, something I think you'll understand. What we are doing out here is not about saving me, it's about Olivera. You struggle to see Flint's face with the lights behind him. I should be on a ship out of here, leading this hunter away, but they won't let me do that. They shake their head in frustration. And even if they would, they can't spare the ship. Not after Carmen's got shut up. That was my mistake. I never should have let him persuade me to come with him on that supply run. Flint looks down. What's done is done. What matters now, what I need from you, is a promise. Flint's bright irises flash. That you'll bring this place down with me in it, if it means stopping the hunter. I won't do that. You will. Flint drifts a little closer. You know as well as I that those who get close to us are at risk. That we, as sleepers, have to recognize that we opened the door to. Carmen is my fault. It won't be Olivera's downfall too. With that, they turn and leave you in the dark. Well, now I have two very shitty dice to complete very difficult jobs. Let's see how well this goes. And with that we're out. Yeah, with that we are fucking out. I think I can do this, but there's 25% chance of a positive, which is... yeah, no. Let's see how many times I'm gonna have to save scum this shit. I wish I could just reload the whole 3 days and deal with the dice there. Alrighty then. Let's try me. Memories of Mayweek. Set all 3 stages of the trap for the hunter. Final. Oh boy, that's worth all the stress and the possible losing of the dice. Manufacturing. Ruined Solheim construction facility. You float for a moment, observing the chaos of the old assembly line. The scale of the structure, the number of machines, the arms and fabricators, the welders and bolters, suggest industry on a scale that you have never witnessed. The Hellion system, a system that now subsides on the leftovers of its fallen corporate owners, was once filled with manufactories like these, churning out components and technologies, machines and resources for extracting the valuable materials and minerals that Solheim existed to amass. If someone was able to rebuild one of these places, put it back into operation, imagine what could be fed into the belt, what changes could come for its people. Yet, no one will undertake such a task because this place is haunted by the specter of Solheim, an entity that every being in this system can trace their origins back to. An entity that turned the entire system into a manufactory, a machine for accumulation, and that did not distinguish between human and machines as it did. You look at the broken machines, worn down and rusted, crippled and bent. Some of them have been put back into use this past cycle as part of their plan, and those jerk or turn randomly, blindly groping for components that will never be fed to them. None of them are sentient machines, like you, and so they cannot feel or think. And yet, you cannot decide if for them to persist is a kind of cruelty that radiates from the system that created them, or the indication of a new life, one that grants them new function, new meaning, and the possibility of something more. Creepy, right? Xander floats beside you, his voice hissing through the close-range comms. Maybe the hunter will get spooked by these with twitching arms. He imitates the scattered movements of the factory machines. More sad than creepy. Xander shrugs. If you say so. So, Xander gives you a look. How come this hunter isn't chasing you? My tracker is deactivated. Huh? Xander shoots you a look. Lucky you. Who did that? My captor. Xander goes quiet. I see. Let's focus on the fact they can't deactivate friends. Sure. Xander looks down. But you know, maybe once we are done here, he meets your eye. They need your help. Xander looks out at the assembly line and sighs. I like Flint. I'm happy to do this for them. He turns back to you. And I want to like you too. So, don't mess this up, alright? Xander gives you a hard look. Don't let Flint down. Xander kicks off and glides towards the exit, without waiting for a response. You watch him go for a moment, before turning away. There is still so much to do. What do you mean, so much to do? I've done so much. Almost got fried and all of that. Hunter's arrival, 3 plan, got ready. 10. I'm gonna lose so many dice now. I'm gonna end the cycle. And I can't fix myself. I just wish I could fix myself. Like, just that. At least Nia did a good job. Nia did more than a good job. Oh, how many dice I'm gonna lose? Yep, there go the dice. There go the dice. Fuck. Wake up, sleeper. Seraphine is in the bunks. We've got incoming. You shake off the haze of forgotten dreams and get up. In moments, you are in the cockpit. Xander, Candence, and Seraphine all gathered around the console. On it, the local view shows nothing. Not a single ship signal, and a few objects beyond the scattering of debris. It was right there, right here, I swear it. Seraphine jabs at the screen. A ship. Small, but definitely a ship. Seraphine, Candence sighs. We've all been up a while. Get some rest. I know what I saw. He catches her eye. You look at the screen, its gridded view showing the scattered signature of debris, like schools of fish drifting in a soft current. The manufacturer is a noisy blob at the center of the circle, one that dissolves into the background at its edges. Nothing. And then there it is, a flicker, a flash, a spark of movement and light among one of the debris clouds. It flares and then it's gone again. You look up at Seraphine, and Seraphine meets your eye. He reads your expression immediately. Seraphine slams a hand down on the console, opening up the comms channel. Look alive, Flint! They're coming in. Go deep and be ready to run. He pulls his hand off the switch. We better hope they heard that. Then you see it through the cockpit glass, the flare of an engine, faint and masked, but driving a squat dark ship out of the debris. The Hunter. The ship seems to idle a little near the manufacturer's asteroid, drifting past the dressed-up shell of the old factory facility. Time to see if our fake colony is convincing enough. Candace nervously clasps her hands together. Will they buy it? They better. Seraphine looks concerned, because if they think this place looks abandoned, the hunter might just strafe the whole facility. Seraphine swallows hard. We need them to dock, to come inside. You look out at the ship, and as you do, it jumps forward towards the docking tower. You watch for a few tense moments as it hesitates, and then slides into position onto one of the docking bridges. Candace sighs in relief. They went for it. Seraphine pats you on the shoulder. Good job. The rat is in the maze. Now we can track them now. He exhales. At least that's the theory. I hooked up some basic monitoring devices in the assembly line, Xander calls over from another console. A few shitty cameras repurposed from the factory monitoring system. Not much, but hopefully enough to tell where they are at. Candace, Seraphine, and you crowd around the screen. Xander flicks between noisy black and white images and feeds of static. You squint into the fizzing dark, trying to pick out any detail. Then suddenly you see them. Hush. That looks like a sleeper as well. With the eyes, or maybe they're just cyber enhanced. SNR operative. All dark, all armor, all specially clad. A shadow drifting beneath a flickering light. Dark clad in military gear. A long gun held ready at their shoulder. Yep. Deathly pale skin, and their eyes gleaming through the faceplate. Glowing irises. Yeah, deathly pale skin, glowing irises. That's a sleeper. That's a hunter sleeper. A sleeper hunter. A hunter sleeper. I remember in the first game, we couldn't, I think, save the sleeper that was like half dead or whatever. Or we left Ankita, I think, killed the guy that was also protecting the sleeper. Who the hell is that? Seraphine pulls back from the screen. They look like a sleeper? Xander finishes Seraphine's sentence. The figure disappears outside the margins of the frame, and Xander flicks through the feeds. Where did they go? You drift back from the screen, trying to think straight. The hunter is a sleeper, or something else. You replay the image of the figure in your mind, but it has already shifted in your memory. It is your face staring back. It is Flint's. It is the sleeper's mask of death. Yeah, this is actually interesting. Very, very much so interesting. And kind of on point. I mean, SNR has sleepers, and sleepers are kind of not expendable, but like tireless machines that can just, you know, as long as he has the serum, the stabilizer, he can travel the stars without sleep, without anything, and just go hunt the sleepers. And maybe they're not trusting all the regular hunters, because we had in the first game, we had a regular hunter kind of chasing us. Until we broke, I think, the tracker or something. But yeah, this would be logical to use. Like, the best hunter is the tireless hunter, so why not use them to, you know, try and hunt other tireless things that are trying to run away. Sleeper. Seraphine grabs you by both shoulders and looks you in the eye. We need to focus. We should get down there, Xander says. Xander's eyes are wide. This changes things. Xander's right. This changes nothing. Xander's right. Xander nods to you and then is gone, kicking hard off the cockpit wall and heading into the ship towards the airlock. Seraphine gives you a hard look. You better hope nothing happens to that kid. He shuts off the console. Let's get after him. Go. Candace looks between you and Seraphine and with a steely expression. I'll stay here. She glances nervously at the console. Give me the signal and I'll send the detonation signal. She swallows hard. If it works. Seraphine looks torn for a moment, then nods. Let's go. You rush down to the airlock and suit up, and then you are out, descending through the rock-strewed void in dense silence. You enter the manufactory through a gap in the frame, passing through layers of twisted facility into the deep parts, where you know Flint waits in the dark. You say nothing to each other, afraid the comms will be intercepted. You lead Seraphine on, seeking the deep bays under the silos, where the ordnance waits for its detonation signal. If you can grab Xander, grab Flint, then clear the facility, this can all still work. Seraphine's hand falls on your shoulder, holding you back. You go to speak and then you see it, a torch beam lancing through the dark. A shadow drifting beneath a flickering light, dark clad in military gear, and a long gun held ready at their shoulder, deathly pale skin, and in their eyes, gleaming through the faceplate, glowing irises. The hunter, with eyes like you, like Flint. The hunter is a sleeper. Below you, they push through the dark and broken layers of the facility, seeking Flint. And there is Xander. Yeah, this... like, they could have, hired security personnel to become a sleeper and then sent many of his copies out. Seraphine and you exchange wide-eyed glances in silence. The hunter passes below, disappearing into the dark passage. You wait together, the moment stretching out, then descend down into the same passage. The silence is absolute. Suddenly, there is a flash of light ahead, bright and forceful, and a rumble that shakes rust, flakes from the walls. You and Seraphine push off hard, gliding into the dark, desperate and afraid. You come into a low bay scattered with glowing embers, scorched holes in the walls, spew drops of red-hot metal where a weapon has been discharged. The hunter floats at the center, taking aim again, and you see a flicker of movement in the far side. Flint retreating. I like how it's like this is engagement, yeah, 50-50, or like a maybe, this. Before you can act, a slight figure in a suit slams into the back of the hunter, Xander. As he hits, the hunter's gun spins onto their hand. Rush the hunter, grab the gun. Grab the gun. Positive, minus stress. Oh, I might not lose more dice. Yay! You kick off away from Xander and the hunter as they grapple together, spinning in the dark towards a deep shaft at the far side of the bay. You spot the shape of the long gun as it spins ahead of you. Also, the goddamn sleeper is probably a powerhouse that can like break you in half. As you reach it, your hand locking around the sculpted grip, you spin and raise it. You take a moment to steady your aim. The scorching shot grazes the side of the hunter's suit in a flurry of sparks. They are thrown away from Xander, unable to find anything to slow their glide. The hunter disappears into the dark of the shaft, leaving a trail of embers in the dark. You see fear in Xander's eyes as they turn back to you. The muzzle of the gun smokes, glowing red. It is spent. Also, the sleeper could have just broken his helmet and he could have died. Well, the sleeper can have like wounds and still function, like puncture wounds in the suit. I've got Flint, Seraphine calls over local comms. We ascend now. You look across the two of them, kicking off from the floor of the bay towards the ragged hole in the ceiling. Sorry. You and Xander exchange a single glance, then follow. Cadence, Seraphine is on the wideband. Detonate this place now. Send the command. There is silence. You ascend through it, through the layers of the manufactory, seeking the open void of space beyond. You clear the manufactory, gliding into open space. A silent shockwave, like a gust of wind, runs through the void. The silent rumble spits out a scatter of debris. You turn back, still gliding towards the ship, and see the shattered manufactory. Whole sections are bending outwards, the framework shredded, plating tumbling away in shards. You look across at Seraphine and Flint, their eyes set on the ship, trying only to stay ahead of the debris. You do the same, fixing your attention on the rig and nothing else. The hunter is dead. Well, we hope. Probably not. Supplied no energy loss, yeah, blah blah blah, this, that. I lost a dice. One dice, and one is on one, which is okay, technically, because I can fix it. And I have only one dice on one. Now you have good dice. Okay, can I use her actually in this? Oh yes, I can. Okay, let me get some supplies at least while we're at it. While you have good dice. Like, fuck's sakes. I restored 2. Maybe restore 1, but I don't think it's gonna happen, so I'm just gonna keep it with this. And no end cycle, but oh no, wait. Can I? No, I can push it to a 4, which is gonna be a 5, which is also gonna reduce some stress, but I don't need to reduce stress, I can just leave and it's gonna be reducing stress anyway. You can now travel back to the hub. Once you leave, we'll not be able to come back. Yes, leave. We will leave this place. You limp back to Olivera, the mood in the rig one of deep exhaustion. But as the colony appears, visible from the cockpit, the satisfaction of having run a terrifying gauntlet and come back in one piece shifts the mood. It is terrifying, I was really stressed. The crew's improved mood only becomes more obvious as you draw closer to Olivera. As you come into dock with the colony, you feel a wave of relief. Seraphine pats you on the shoulder as you both wait for the airlock to open. That hunter, he sighs. Essen Arp is crueler than I could have imagined. You dealt with him. Doesn't surprise me. It's a nasty logic. Send a sleeper to catch a sleeper. Seraphine shakes his head. I'm glad we bought Flint some freedom. The airlock hisses open, revealing the docking bridge where Xander first confronted you. This time, another more substantial figure waits in the passage. I hear you're the ones I should be thanking for saving my life. Carmen leans against the side of the tunnel, one arm clamped against his waist. So, thank you. He nods at the two of you. Carmen, war-torn Olivera founder. Things do. Good to see you up. Happy to help. Carmen smiles. I have a feeling there might be more to your arrival than just a friendly traveler offering a helping hand. Carmen! Cannons rushes past the two of you, gliding into Carmen with an embrace strong enough to leave the injured man off balance. Alright, careful. You don't want to put me back into the med bay now, do you? Carmen pushes Candace back with a gentle grip on her shoulders. He flinches as he does, his joke clearly holding something. Sorry, Candace smiles. I'm just glad to see you up. A frown crosses Carmen's face. Where's Xander? You losing your vision, old man? You look back and see Xander and Flint behind you in the tunnel. Xander smiles wildly at Carmen, betraying his happiness to see him. I'll be just fine, Xan. Carmen's words are confident, but his tone suggests he isn't convinced. You notice his hands are tightly balled into fists, as if resisting pain, and wonder if he should really be up at all. Carmen turns to look at you and Seraphine. I think we need to talk. How about you two and Flint accompany me to the medbay? Carmen winks. Flint pushes past you both and goes to Carmen, helping him out of the tunnel. As he does, they exchange a few words, but you are too far away to make them out. You and Seraphine exchange glances and follow behind them into Olivera. Carmen leads you to a small recovery chamber. Ooh, minor drive complete, 1 upgrade point. Yay! Maybe I can get more so I can upgrade something properly. Carmen leads you to a small recovery chamber in the med bay where his bed is set up. A handful of tubes and wires fall gently beside it, attached to boxy devices. Flint has already left the group, leaving just you and Seraphine with Olivera's injured founder. Carmen meets your eye with a hard look. So, how did you two end up stumbling onto our colony out in the shoals? He raises an eyebrow. Because we're not usually open to visitors. Ankita sent us to you. You see a flicker of recognition in Carmen's eyes when you mention Ankita. You produce the thumbnail drive, holding it out to Carmen to inspect. She told us to deliver this to you, and you alone. Seraphine folds his arms. Carmen pauses thoughtfully. That's a name I haven't not heard for a while. He takes the drive. It seems I should thank you again, he sighs. And perhaps I owe you some explanation myself. Ankita and I used to work together, a lifetime ago. Carmen shakes his head. We went our separate ways, but then she turned back up in Olivera. I established this colony as a refuge, a way of starting again. Carmen clasps his hands together. The belt is changing, and I am afraid of what is coming. Ankita took refuge here for a short while, and then one cycle she was gone. Carmen shrugs. That's not unusual for her. Each of us has our own demons. He holds up the drive. I will take a look at what's on here when I'm able. He looks at the drive with concern. And I will let you know what I find. You and Seraphine thank him and leave the chamber as he settles back on his recovery bed. As you leave, Flint catches your attention. Can we speak? Seraphine pauses. I'll catch you back on the rig. He looks between the two of you and then rides away. Flint hovers, a look of concern on his mask-like face. What do you need? Flint gives you a curious look. You don't remember any of it, do you? Any of what? Of how you got here? Of your history? Flint screws up their face in a pained expression. At first, I thought you were hiding something, or you were intentionally avoiding the subject. So I waited, and I understand it now. You don't remember me at all. What? Oh, did we escape together? Oh, fuck! Flint recognizes by our sleeper skin or whatever. You don't remember me at all. You take a moment to think, to try to recall Flint. You furrow your brow in frustration, sifting through hazy memories of Darkside and further back, of your arrival to the Belt. You close your eyes and see the faces of other sleepers, panicked, desperate in darkness. I've never met you. I don't remember. We worked together in the same art mining installation, along with the other sleepers. He searches your eyes for a spark of recognition. We weren't close. I'm not sure we really spoke. Very few of us did. This could be where our other, the eye sleeper also. We should make. So there is going to be the eye sleeper, the Starward sleeper, and probably in the next game some other quoted sleeper, I would guess. But I was there when we planned the escape together, the run to the freighter, collapsing the mineshaft. Flint stops, struggling to continue in the face of the blank look you are giving them. Yeah, probably painful. And yeah, if I remember, our eye sleeper got stuck to a piece of a shipping container with another sleeper. The other sleeper probably dying at one point, or like running out of energy, while we barely survived until we got scraped off and turned on. You feel an unpleasant itch, as if something is crawling around inside your skull. You can see that Flint wants you to recall them, to recall the escape, the installation, but you find only hazy sensations and beneath them pain. I'm sorry, I don't mean to. Flint looks down. I know you can't help it. I just needed to say something, to know if you really don't remember. Thank you for everything you've done for me, and for Olivera. Flint turns and drifts away, dejectedly unable to continue. As you watch Flint go, you search at the side of your head, trying to find something in the way they move, the way they speak, their mask-like face. A face that was identical to yours when it was first cast, but that over the cycle after cycle of wear and damage has been transformed. Two machines, so close in form and function, estranged by experience. Damn, this is so well written. Okay, Carmen's analysis. Carmen is still recovering, so it'll take him a little while to go through Ankita's drive and report back on the contents. Well, fine. I can spend time harvesting stuff and collecting stuff. No, this is fuel extraction. Our guys can do fuel. I will do supply, which is intuition. And then I can I can feed the cat. I will feed the cat and I will do another supply. Because we need to feed the cat. I don't know if there is a timer for it or not a timer. I don't care. I'm just gonna do it. I can still do this, and I can still do some scrap collecting. Yeah, which is gonna be a 6 for me. Oh yeah, I need to repair myself. Almost forgot about that. Rig workshop. I should use the rare components because that way I don't think I get glitched as much. Maybe get one glitch. Yeah. Okay, that's okay. I mean, we have time to be glitched. It's not that big a problem. We just don't want to waste it. Alright, Encycle. And I have rare components. I have a lot of rare components. And I shouldn't be using or fucking up more dice anymore, I think. Thanks for coming up, Sleeper. Carmen is waiting for you and Seraphine when you arrive at the bed bay, looking a lot fresher. This doesn't change. He leads you into a small alcove, set up like an office, with an aging terminal on a simple welded desk and a small window looking out across the dusty rock of Olivera. Got some news for us? Seraphine asks impatiently. Since you arrived back from the manufactory, he has been restless, though you aren't sure why. I'm unsure of half of the fucking things he's doing since we got to Olivera. Not to worry, Carmen sighs slyly. I think you'll want to hear this. He hits a key on the terminal and a file browser appears on the screen, showing hundreds of individual pieces of data. Ankita has been busy. Carmen gestures to the screen. She's been scraping Otsubo communications cycle after cycle. Got access to ciphers and encryption that only the gang's leadership should be able to see. He smiles. Seems she's learned some tricks since we worked together. But that's not what matters. What matters is the content of these messages. He taps a few keys and loads some of the data, which scrolls down the screen. Some parts of Otsubo leadership have been getting ideas. Ideas about taking Green Belt and controlling food production in the belt, about exerting power over Wellspring. Big ideas for a gang. But these Otsubo members aren't alone. They've found themselves a powerful ally. Carmen shakes his head. Senetstat, one of the two corporations fighting a bitter battle of control of the inner system. A precarious force, one that Otsubo are opening a door for in the belt. Can't be serious. Seraphine cuts in. They can't be that stupid. I don't know what to tell you. At least someone inside Otsubo is trying to broker a partnership. Who? Seraphine leans over to look at the screen. It's Lane. You don't need Carmen's answer, and neither does Seraphine. Lane. Seraphine looks at you, shaking his head. It has to be Lane. Carmen looks between you both. Seems like you already know something I don't. Lane is a piece of shit Otsubo leader who thinks he owns us. Seraphine shakes his head. Exactly the kind of piece of shit arrogant enough to try to manipulate Senetstat. Carmen nods thoughtfully. My condolences. I'm starting to see how you crossed paths with Ankita. We have shared enemy then. Why is Ankita telling you this? Like I said, Ankita and I worked together. To put it simply, we ran in the same mercenary outfit. Carmen looks away. A lot has happened since then, but this message, this data, it's her calling in a favor. And I owe her, that's for sure. Carmen shakes his head and pushes himself off from the desk, crossing the room to look out at the window at Olivera's pale and airless surface. My throat is dying. I've been talking for far longer than this episode is going. Hell, after what went down, I owe you both too. You look at Carmen, staring out at the surface of this hostile rock, and wonder what he sees out there. Well, if you dig deep enough tunnels, and make a cave system, you can probably live inside. He established the colony as a fallback, a retreat. Not just for him, for others too. But you get the feeling that Carmen knows any retreat is only ever temporary. He turns back to look at you. And you, Sleeper? What will you do? We will escape Lane. We will take on Otsubo. I don't know. We will take on Otsubo? Take on a gang? Carmen smiles. Are you sure about that? We are going to end Lane, whatever it takes. Seraphine stares down Carmen, fists balled. Carmen looks at you. That one is going to get you in trouble, he turns to Seraphine. But I like that energy. He looks back out at the window. This is not something we are going to take head on. He shakes his head. Ankita sent us our weapon. Carmen turns and gestures to the console screen. with its reams and incriminating data. Utsubo don't control all of Darkseid. They only aspired. They also claim to offer protection from the war between Senatstadt and Conway. That presents us with an opportunity. Utsubo is full of members who'd rather die than concede Darkseid to our corporate interest. We play this right, Utsubo will end the lane for us. He smiles at Seraphine. To use your phrase, how do we do it? We can handle it. We've cracked Darkseid once, we can do it again. Seraphine's confidence is infectious. Is that right? Carmen seems to be thinking something through. He crosses to the console, back to the window, and then to the console once more. Alright, I'm going to need some time, but I can put this together. Carmen nods at Seraphine. We'll need that energy, but you also need to be ready. We rush this? It's not ending well, so I can wait. Carmen turns his attention to you. We'll go from Greenbelt when you're ready. I have friends there who can help get that ship of yours into Darkseid. Seraphine looks at you. We have our own preparations to make, but we'll be ready. Alright. Carmen unplugs Ankita's drive and hands it to you. Take this, and get out of here. I don't want anyone finding this thing in my possession. You take it, the tiny drive, somehow heavier now that you know it contains the key to exposing Lane. Thank you. I'll see you in the wheat sheaf. Carmen smiles to himself. They know me there. Just understand something. Carmen's expression turns serious. You want my help on this. There is no way we can let it get back to the colony. Once you leave here, you're not coming back to Olivera. Not until we're done. He meets your eye. He needs confirmation that you recognize the importance of this. I understand. Carmen nods. Then you can go. He returns to the window to stare at whatever it is he sees out there, among the dusty rocks. When you come back to the rig... Ooh, new drive available. Major drive complete. 2 upgrade points. Yeah! Upgrade points! Woo! When you come back to the rig, Flint is waiting for you, leaning by the docking tunnel with a bag over their shoulder. They look up as you approach. Hey. Flint nods a greeting, approaching a little unsure. Hey. I know you've already done a lot for me, so I'm not going to push you or ask for your pity. They pause. You feel like they have been preparing this speech. Firstly, I owe you and I want to pay you back. I can work, I can fight, and I will protect this ship and this crew with everything I have. Secondly, we come from the same place, and whether you remember it or not, that means something. It must. I know I'm not the easiest to get on with. I know you might have your reservations about having another sleeper on the ship, but let them finish. I'm eager. I'm ready. I want to move on and I want to show you my value. They pause, and well, yeah, I think that's it. You look at Flint, their frame so much more damaged than yours, but with a fire burning in their eyes. It makes them bigger than they are. I'm sorry I can't come. Yeah, I'll come aboard. A smile spreads across Flint's face, and they look down to hide it. Thank you, they say to the floor. This'll work out. You'll see. I have a feeling that our sleeper was the one who incited the rebellion, or had the plans to help out, like our Starward sleeper, probably. That's why Baby Flint wants to rejoin, like out of some loyalty, because they said that he was very loyal. Just how did we split up after, leaving and all that? Flint nods to you once more, then turns and glides down to the docking tunnel towards the ship. As they do, 2 figures at the edge of the docking concourse catch your eye. You pause to look, shifting a level, and as you do, you recognize Candence leaning in. Some words are exchanged, ones you can only guess at, and then the other figure embraces Candence and turns back to the ship. As Seraphine approaches, he ducks his head, passing quietly past you into the docking tunnel without a word. Girlfriend, maybe? Girlfriend? Maybe? Maybe? Candence? Maybe? How the fuck did he got a girlfriend so fast when we got to Olivera? Or is this like a older connection? You take one last look out at the docks, but Candence is gone. You idle a moment longer and feel that there is something, some presence even in these empty bays, something rare in all the belt that Olivera has captured. But as with all things, you must learn to leave it behind. Well, that's kinda sad. The fugitive, recruit Flint to your crew. Another achievement unlocked. Woo! Let's go. Buy and drink a wheat shift to wait for him. During the transition time, we'll see a positive money. While the rate for the box, it rejects the notifications, blah blah blah. Okay, let's see what we can do. We got Flint, who is engineering and interface? Okay. So we are both engineers. Great! Fucking great. No wonder we were from the same place. Okay. What did I say I was gonna boost? Because now I don't remember. Anyway, let's see. Investigate Hexport. We'll still need to go back to Darkside. That's gonna be a major. Elaine has been taking over Darkside by colluding with Senatstadt. If you reveal this to the gang, his time later will be done. Wait for Carmen's message. Yeah, I need to go, but that's gonna be just one major, so I'm gonna be stuck at 3. Unless something minor happens along the way that I can do, which would be great. Which then means I can increase 2 of these. I'm not gonna think around with these until later. So, interface, endurance, intuition. Interface, endurance, intuition. What would be great? Interface and intuition is usually something that's done quite often and combined. So, endurance and engineering. I have no idea what to pick, to be honest. Like, all of those are useful and all of them are kind of like things that I need. Like, it's only like, is there like something very special that I need? Like something that is unmistakable that I need. So intuition, interface, endurance, interface, endurance. I think I chose interface. I think that would be the best thing. I think maybe, was there something on the ship that I need an interface with? No, intuition. I need intuition for harvesting. So I need both actually. I need intuition and interface. So either I can get this for harvesting, so I'll have always assured harvest each cycle, or I take interface. I think I'm gonna take interface. I think interface is gonna be the most important most important thing. Blah blah blah. Intuition, interface, like interface. Fuck it, let's go intuition. That way I can get, at least I can get away with harvesting this constantly without any issues or problems. Let's see, if I leave I won't be able to come back, that's for sure, but then it's going to Hollow and then to Green Belt. And for now I can do just some engineer stuff, grab some food or not, and then I can just do engineering basically, because I don't really worry about energy. Got all the stuff here, I got all some, yeah. Anyway, I think I'll leave that for the next episode. And then we will continue this, and we are, I think, going into a home stretch basically. They were giving me an option to do stuff before I go back to dark side, and I've done all the stuff unless I go back to each each station, like each and every station, and just check if there is something, 26 something that's happening with the stations that I can go directly there. So scatter yards. But yeah, basically just checking if there's anything here, but I don't believe so. I think I've done pretty much everything that I can do on every station, because it's not like, oh, you need to go back there and back here and back there. The game kind of like decently sends you around, so you don't really need to worry about all that. I at least believe so. Like, it would be sucky if like now there is like a hidden quest on Holmes Rock. So I think I've checked and rechecked and done it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, thank you for sticking around. Do like, subscribe, comment, dance. There is Patreon for support. You can check out this madness live on Twitch/ByPenAndPaper whenever I do stream, or you can check me out on YouTube at ByPenAndPaper for Let's Plays, demo alleys for Star Wars and whatever else I do. Till next time, as always, do remember, it's the stories that we play. See ya.